Good morning guys, just Alex here from Skoda in Worcester. This is your handover video. So obviously the car's getting delivered via the low loader, so obviously I'm not going to be there to do the product handover basically. So you might know a lot of how it works in the car already, but I'm still going to provide the video because there might be some features that you're unsure about. So some stuff like, we'll start with the lights over here. So they are auto. You can override it if you want to by side lights and headlights, but there's really no need to. And then just pull out for the front and rear fog lights. And then here you got your joystick for the wing mirrors, so right and now, so right and left, and then literally just treat that like a joystick. And then once you found your position, you've got the heated mode up there. Electric front and rear windows, and then you can lock the rears by just pressing that there. It has got auto wipers, so all you need to do is push it once for the auto mode, but keep pushing it for all the intermittent mode. So to change that, push down for one off wipe, pull towards yourself to clean the windscreen, push away once to wipe the rear, push away twice to clean the rear. And then on this side you've got your full beam, which they aren't coming on because we're in a beautiful morning. But yeah, you just push out for full beam and then pull back to dip. We will be fueling the car before we put on the low loader, don't worry. And then you've got your indicators here. And then one of the features I weren't sure you knew about was the cruise control. So you see the mileage at 8836. If I flick this mechanism across, that disappears. And that means your cruise control is ready. Doesn't mean it's on, it's just ready. So you're driving along at 70 miles an hour on the motorway. You've got set and reset. So you'd hit set, and then what it'll do, where those three hyphens are, under miles per hour, it will light up green with the speed you just set it at. That is in the cruise control on, as long as it's lit up green. You can go up and down 1 mile per hour by tapping up and down. If you tap on the brake at any time, it will turn cruise control off. You can then reset it or set it a new speed, okay? Or you just flick the mechanism off. So it's really simple when you're used to it. Dsg Paddles. So if you're ever driving along and you tap it into the Dsg Paddles by tapping one of these, to go back to automatic mode, just hold the right hand one, and it'll flip back to, and it'll always tell you up in the top right corner. So at the minute it says park. If you're in auto, it'll say D. If you flip the DSG pedals, it'll say M for manual. Okay. Then on the steering wheel, if I press this far right button, it opens up all the folders. The most common one people have it on is driver data, and then you can flick through all of these, and there is the digital speedo, what people tend to have it on. If I ever press view, it'll always take me to the phone it was on previously, the screen it was on previously, sorry. So say if you put something into sat nav and it changes this to the sat nav screen, press view and it'll take you back to the digital speedo. And that one there is your safety feature. So if you want your lane assist turned on, literally just go onto it and click on that. So it's a feature you probably want to get used to before you start turning it on and off all the time. This side controls the radio, so open, and then pushing for immediate mute, and that'll flick through your radio stations or your phone music, depending on how you're listening to music. And then good old voice command, which I will let you be the judge of. And then you remember the DSG works, but obviously you got your central locking here. Got your if you want your VRS mode, it's there: sport, eco, or individual. That's your start button to stop it turning off at lights, and then the far left one was the traction button, which you should never really turn off. So climate control. So that's your most important button, I believe, if you've got a bit of OCD like me, where you want both these numbers the exact same because they're synced. If they're unsynced, obviously you'd have two separate numbers. That bothers me, but if it doesn't bother you, that's fine, but I'll sync them back up for now. And then in the middle is your fan speed, and then just like where you like it to be below him. And then lastly, if you go to menu, you can adjust it all on the screen. Alright, and make our way over to radio. Obviously it comes with all these presets saved in. Station lists there on the bottom left. They're all in their folders, so you've got BBC, and then you've got the DAB one. So if you like capital, you'd hold your finger down on it, just like a touchscreen on a phone. Tap them on the empty slots, or tap on one of these to override one of those. Simple as that. Phone, go to your Bluetooth on your phone, make sure you're visible, and then hit phone, find mobile phone, hit results, and then it'll pop your phone up here. You tap on it, it'll ask if the pins match on the screen here and here. You say yes or both, and that's your phone paired. Once it's paired, it'll stay paired unless you physically unpair it by going into the car. But media, your different ways of playing music in the bottom left corner source. So you got two SD card slots in the glove box. One's taken up for the sat nav, and one is for a free SD. So if you want to put a load of CDs onto an SD card, you can. Let's turn those fans down. USB, which is here, and BT audio, which is wireless, and WLAN is if you set up the Skoda Connect, so you can listen to like podcasts and stuff like that for your phone, which you can do for BT. But if you want to do it through the internet, you can. Another way to get voice command is here. Nav, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flick it to 3D for you, because I personally think it's always better facing the way you're going. These screens are sensitive, by the way, sensors, so the buttons will disappear. Lift your hand up in front, it will reappear. Just new destination, you literally just type in a postcode. Oh, might have if I actually typed in our correct postcode. Again, there you go. Then, say where it is, Worcester, yep. Give you a little preview, hit start. Economical, fastest, shortest amount of miles. Always recommend the red one, this is the best one. And then to change her volume, it's just here. But I'm just going to go back to route and stop route guidance. And once you get familiarised with it all, you can start with my destinations to start saving favourites and stuff like that. If you go to app, you've got the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, depending on what phone you've got. So if you plug it via the USB, it will activate that. And then we've got car here. There we go to all the screens you've got. So it's all those basically, it just gives you inputs about it all. But it's got the factory settings, what's in car. So if you need to change anything, you can do. And you've got your tyre let's just click on it. Tyre pressure light set there. Okay. And then lastly, menu. I'm just going to change something on here for you as well to make this a lot easier for you to see, especially whilst driving. Grid. There we go. How much easier is that? So turn it into a grid for you. So you obviously got all the shortcuts on the touchpads, but you have got a few other things like Skoda Connect. So that is something you would need to set up if you wanted it. It's a paid subscription, so I highly recommend you read into it before you do anything about it, because it's not cheap and you will need to be able to hotspot your phone. So definitely have a read about Skoda Connect. And then if you do want to set it up, it will need the chassis number, what lives under the wiper blade on the left-hand side on Skodas. Traffic is also not on one of the shortcuts. That just gives you a little preview of traffic nearby. And then media command is linked to the Skoda Connect. Images, so if you want to put a USB in or an SD card full of images, you can have a slideshow of images on here instead of seeing the screen. Sound settings, so the bass and everything. And lastly, just the normal settings, so time and date and everything like that. Alright, I think I would have covered everything, I believe. Any questions or anything, you can always ping me an email or give me a call. But hopefully you enjoy your car, and I'll speak to you shortly about the tax. Cheers, guys.
At Skoda, we are committed to the well-being of our customers and staff. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, we will be introducing some new measures. But rest assured, we will continue to offer the high level of service you have come to expect from us. At the moment, we have to do things a little differently. So we're asking you to book a timed appointment with us, and to help keep everyone safe, only visit us if you and your household are free from COVID-19 symptoms, and if you're not self-isolating due to government guidance. There are many ways to view and experience our range. We continue to welcome virtual appointments, where we can share information with you about our range, and help you decide on the right Skoda for you. We aim to make any appointments at our showroom as efficient as possible, whether these are to view or test drive or to hand over your new Skoda. You'll notice some differences at our Skoda retailers to help ensure the safety of our staff and customers. To ensure we keep a minimum of 2 meters apart, parking areas have been marked asking you to park in every other bay, leaving plenty of space for other customers. And we've adapted the layout of our showrooms and vehicle displays. We're committed to keeping the sales experience contactless wherever possible. Our team will explain each step of the way, including advice on how best to clean your part exchange vehicle before inspection and handover. Our team will give you all the information you need ahead of your appointment, and afterwards, we'll be online or at the end of the phone to help with any questions or queries you might have. Let's continue the journey together, safely.